Hey, what's going on guys, and welcome to the info. In this weekly update episode, I'll bring you latest and greatest informative stuff all over the internet. So let's get started. Well, let's start with something important related to your web browser. So, are you still using that old Internet Explorer built into your Windows XP or the Windows 7? Well, it's good time to change that old browser because it's been found that the websites can track your internet browsing activities if you are using the browsers like the Internet Explorer. Websites can even track almost everything that you do type inside your address bar. So that's why it is highly recommended that you should definitely change your web browser right away. Next up is from the Intel. As many of you might know that Intel is soon going to launch new desktop processors which are called as the Coffee Lake processors. But the problem here is these new processors are not compatible with the older motherboards which are Z270 motherboards, and this new processor requires the completely new chipset motherboard which are called as the Z370 motherboard. And Intel is giving excuse that this new processor don't support the older motherboard because this new processor requires the new kind of the power circuitry. But we already know that the older motherboard have beefed up power circuitry to support the overclocked 7700K even up to 200 watts of the TDP. So this seems like a clearly the marketing strategy to sell newer chipsets of the motherboard. That's why the Intel is not giving the backward compatibility with the Z270 chipset of the motherboard, and add to the fact that the mid-range motherboard such as the B350 are not going to launch until the next year. So the user who are going to upgrade their processors from the Kaby Lake to the Coffee Lake are forced to use the high-end motherboards such as the Z370. Next up is from the SpaceX. The CEO of the SpaceX, Elon Musk, have introduced the company's grand plans regarding the mission Mars. And according to him, SpaceX have to have landed at least 2 cargos by the year 2022. The 2022 seems like an unbeatable feat, but anything can be possible for the big company like a SpaceX who have the big R&D budgets. Next up is from the Nvidia. The CEO of Nvidia made the statement that Moore's law is dead and CPUs will be soon to be replaced by the GPUs. But is that really true? Now everyone knows that the Moore's law is not based upon any strict metrics. Instead, it's the prediction made by the Mr. Moore based upon the progression in the semiconductor industry, and it does definitely have its flaw and limitation how much far it can progress. But the statement which is the CPUs will soon to be replaced by the GPUs is totally ridiculous, because the CPU is like the steering wheel of any car which drives the car, and the GPUs are like engine. So how can engine replace the steering wheel? This statement is totally ridiculous. I mean, I don't understand what Nvidia CEO is thinking about with the replacing the CPU with the GPU. Ubisoft announced that they will make availability to the Ghost War mode to their highly popular game which is the Recon Wildlands. The Ghost War mode is all about the 4 versus 4 player deathmatch, and it will emphasize upon highly tactical combat mode and the combat strategies. So that's it for this week's weekly update, guys. Stay tuned for the next week's weekly update and subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, because this channel is all about the information and technological stuff all over the internet. And I would love to see you guys in the next video. Till then, bye bye.